Hi, welcome to Driving TV, and I hope you are well. Let's talk about two things about junctions to help you to deal with junctions more easily and more naturally. Many learners, soon as they're dealing with junctions, what's happening is they're becoming a robot. They're thinking what they need to do. And by the time they think, the junction is already gone. So in this video, I'm going to share with you two things. If you could memorize these two things, it's going to help you to deal with junctions more easily and more naturally rather than like a robot. Let's start the lesson. Okay, so when you're dealing with junctions, many learners, like I said, they find it difficult. Firstly, what is junction? When we say junction, what does it mean? Junction meaning you are turning left and right from a major road into a minor road, or maybe from a minor road into a major road, dealing with roundabouts, mini roundabouts, dealing with crossroads. These are all junctions. And when you are dealing with those things, many learners, they find it difficult. And the reason they find it difficult, one of the reasons is because they haven't memorized the process. There is a way, there is a process you need to do when you're dealing with junctions. You as a learner, your job is to memorize that process. If you could do that, when you go and practice, it will be easier for you because you've memorized the process. Many times, many learners, what they do is they don't do any homework. Remember, just going to the lesson and doing the lesson, and then at the end of the lesson, you go home and you're not doing anything at home, you're not doing any homework. The process of learning is going to become harder, longer. Why? It's because you're not doing any homework at home. I say for you to make the process easy and short on your learning is to do the homework, is to get the theory, get the process of the things that you need to do to learn to drive. Get that memorized in your mind, in your heart. That way, when you're going practicing, it becomes easier. So here in this video, we are talking about junctions, okay? When you're dealing with junctions, so for example, the examiner said for you to go next road on the left or the next road on the right. So let's talk about next road on the left. So what is the process? What do? You as a driver, you as a learner, you as the candidate in the test, for you to pass the test, examiner said, take the next road on the left. What is the first thing you should be thinking? Do you know? Think about it. You want to go next road on the left. What is the process? What is the first thing it should come to your mind? The first thing should come to your mind is the MSPSL routine. Mirrors, signal, position, speed, and look. Anytime you are dealing with junctions, whether you are going left or right, you should be thinking about the MSPSL routine. Do you know the MSPSL routine? If you do, have you memorized it? Is it in your mind? It's just coming soon as you think of junction, it's just coming to your mind and you're just naturally thinking rather than you need to think and know what's next. So when I say think, meaning mirrors, what's next? Signal. You shouldn't be thinking. You should be in your mind as a natural thing. Just like breathing. You don't think, do you? When you're breathing, for you to survive, you need to breathe. How many times do you think of breathing? You don't, you just breathe. That's how it should be the MSPSL routine when you're dealing with junctions. It should be like as if you're breathing. Without MSPSL routine, you can't deal with junctions. You can't pass your test. You can't be a safe driver unless you've memorized MSPSL routine. You have to put the MSPSL routine the most important when you're dealing with junctions. That is the guide. That is the foundation of dealing with junctions. And the reason of this video is to remind you as a learner to memorize those MSPSL routines by heart. You shouldn't need to think. Mirrors, signal, position, speed, look. Mirrors, signal, position, speed, and look. You shouldn't need to think. It should be there in your mind naturally. It just comes. You want to go left, mirror, mirror. Signal, check my position, check my speed. Look if it's safe to go. I want to go right, mirror, mirror. Signal right, check my position, check my speed. Look to see if it's safe to go and then go. Unless you memorize the MSPSL route. Remember, when you are driving to go left and right, the car is moving. If you need to think what's next, the car's not going to stop, is it? It's going. If you need time, because you haven't memorized it, what's going to happen? By the time you are thinking, you've passed the junction. It's already too late. So in this video, I'm just reminding you to memorize the MSPSL routine. If you watch other videos, you will get to know how to put those into practice. But here, I'm just helping you to remind you to memorize the MSPSL routine. Without that, like I said, you're never going to deal with junctions correctly and easily. So by heart, memorize the MSPSL routine. That's number one. If you are learning and you need help on learning and passing the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course. The course gives everything a learner needs to learn to drive and to pass the driving test. It has everything a learner needs. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read, and if you like it, you could always join the course. And number two is the timing. Many learners, what's happening is when they're dealing with junctions, they don't have the time. They find they have no time to deal with junctions. They find the car is too fast and I don't have enough time to do the MSPSL routine. Why is that? So if you need more time, what do you think you should do? You want to go next road on the left. You need time to do the MSPSL routine, right? You need time, don't you? But you are saying you as a learner, you don't have enough time. Why is that? Why don't you have enough time? If you don't have enough time, you have to make your time. How do you do that? If you need more time to deal with junctions, to do the MSPSL routine, the mirrors and the signal, position, speed and look, for you to do that, you need time. If you need time, you have to time yourself. How do you do that? How do you get more time? What can you do to get more time? Let's think about that for a minute. If you need time, what do you do? What can you do as a driver to get more time? The only thing you can do is to cover the brake and just brake. The more brake you do, more time you're going to have. Many learners, they don't do anything. And do you know why they do that in the beginning? Why? Because they think if I release the gas, my car is going to stop. Remember, if you release your foot from the gas, the car's not going to just stop. It's just going to keep rolling because the gas is already there, isn't it? Many learners in the beginning, they think that soon as I release my foot off the gas, the car's going to stop. No, it's not going to stop. Just release it. Car's going to start to slow. Cover the brake and just brake gently. The more brake you do, more time you're going to have for the junction. If you think you need more time, what do? Off gas, cover the brake and brake gently. Just brake. More brake you do, more time you're going to have to do the things that you need to do. Many learners in the beginning, like I said, they find difficult because they don't have enough time to do things. And the reason they do that is because they're not braking enough. So the way you brake is off gas. That's the first thing about the braking. Off gas, what does that mean? Slowly, gradually, it's going to start to brake because there's no gas. You're not giving gas anymore. So release the gas. What's going to happen to your car? It's going to start to slow. Cover the brake and gently brake. When you brake, what's going to happen now? It's going to start to slow. You got more time to do things. Okay? So like I said, many learners in the beginning, they don't do that. They just don't know how to get more time, or how to buy more time. And it's simple, isn't it? Off gas, cover the brake, and gently brake. That will give you more time. The time that you need, that's going to give you more time. Okay? If you could memorize those two things, if you could have those two things by heart when you're dealing with junctions, it's going to become much more easier for you to deal with junctions. Okay? So number one, MSPSL routine, and number two, brake if you need to get more time. Okay? If you need extra help on learn to drive and to pass the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course, which gives everything a learner needs. The course has more than 30 videos in the course, giving you everything you need for you to learn and to pass the driving test. It has everything a learner needs. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read. If you like it, you could always join the course. Thank you for watching. I hope the video helps. If it does, please do give a thumbs up. Please do make a comment what you think of the video, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.